For exercise 2, you're going to create a pirate game. So the scenario here is that you basically snuck on board a pirate ship. You're looking for their treasure map, and the pirates catch you and offer to play a game of heads or tails, or you can become shark bait. So you will be completing a coin toss game that you are going to play against the pirates. To simulate a coin toss, you are going to use the random number generator, which is randomly going to retrieve either a 1 or a 2. And a 1 is heads and a 2 is tails. And so here are the rules. And what you need to remember is that pirates do not play fair, so the rules of the game are slanted for the pirate to win. So if you call the coin toss correctly, you get 4 points. If the pirates call it correctly, they get 5 points. If you call it incorrectly, you will lose 2 points. If the pirates call the toss incorrectly, they only lose 1 point. Whoever reaches 50 points first, or if the coin flips 25 times, then the higher score wins. So either somebody has to reach 50, you or the pirates, or the coin has to flip 25 times. The pirates get to call the coin toss first. So once somebody either reaches 50 points or the coin flips 25 times, you check to see who wins. If you win, you get a treasure map. If you lose, you walk the plank. And if you tie, you go to the Who Scout. So you're going to create a new project called Chapter5 EX2. And then I've given you some starter code. And you're going to have to finish. And so you'll notice that there's a couple Boolean variables. There's a random object. And then we have some other variables that you will be using in the game. And I also included a nested if else to determine who wins. But you are going to have to add the right line statements for the winner in each case. I've also given you kind of a starter method here. So you should code the coin face method first because it's quite simple. The method is going to receive the coin number. Okay, and this would be what the pirate called or what the player called. Okay, and then you're also going to use this method to determine what was actually flipped. And all the method is going to do is it's going to look at the number, coin number to see if it's a 1. And if it's a 1, then the method is going to return a string, and the string is going to be heads. And then your else statement would basically be for the coin number not equal to 1, in which case it's a 2. And then your return statement is going to return tails. Okay, so all this is going to do is return either a string that is heads or a string that is tails. And it's specifically for you to display when you are printing information about what was called. And so how that'll look when the game plays is that you will be displaying the pirate's guess. Okay, in this case, it was tails. The actual toss was heads. And then you are going to be displaying what the pirate score is. Okay, and then it's your turn. So you're going to say what your guess was, and then what your score is. Okay, so that is what the get coin face method should do. And then the actual code is going to be need to be added to the while loop in your main method. And to help you out, I actually have given you an algorithm. And so you can follow the logic. So you're going to have a while loop. And while the number of flips is less than 22, and you do not have a winner. So winner was Boolean. So while not winner. Or you could say, and the winner equal false. Okay, this is the same as keying in winner equal false. Okay, so then you are going to, assuming that you haven't exceeded the flips and you don't have a winner, you set the actual toss of the coin to a random number of 1 or 2. And if it is the pirate's turn, which it will be the first time you go through the loop, then you are going to retrieve a random number of 1 or 2, and that is going to be the pirate's call. And you can use the call variable for this. And if the pirate's call equals the coin toss, you're going to add 5 to the pirate's score. And if the pirate's call doesn't equal the coin toss, then you're going to subtract 1. And then because the pirate took their turn, you are going to set the pirate's turn to false. And then you will display the message that of what the pirate's call was, what the coin toss was, and then you're going to display their score, which you can see what that looks like right here. Okay, and so that is basically, this is going to be an if else, and you're going to be checking the pirate's turn value. So if it's true, you go through here. If it's false, you're going to go through this code because this indicates that it's the player's turn. So you're going to set the player's call equal to a random number of 1 or 2. If the player's call equals the coin toss, then you add 4 to my score. Otherwise, you subtract 2 from my score. And then you're going to set the pirate's turn to true. And then you're going to display the message about what the player's call was, what the toss was, and then what their actual score is. So this is an if else. And then down here, you are going to check if the pirate score is greater than or equal to 50, or my score is greater than or equal to 50. You have a winner. So you have to set the winner variable to true. And then you're going to use the continue statement basically to skip everything else and go back to the top of the loop where it is checking the number of flips and it's checking the Boolean winner variable. Okay, and because winner is true, it's going to fall out of the loop. If the pirate's score or my score is greater than 50, are not greater than 50, excuse me. If they're not greater than 50, the winner is going to be false. You're going to add 1 to the number of flips. And then you'll check to see if the number of flips is equal to 25. Then you'll print a little message that that limit has been reached. And this is the bottom of the loop. So the flips will be 25. You'll come up here and this condition will be false and you will fall out of the loop. Now, if you prefer, instead of for the pirate's call being a random number or for the player's call being a random number, if you prefer to get console input in either of those cases, it's fine for you to change that. Okay, but the values need to be either 1 or 2. So once they fall out of the loop, then you're going to go through that if else, that nested if else code to see who wins and to print out the appropriate message. Okay, so here is information on what to print out, and you'll only see that at the very end. And here you can see reach the toss limit, and then you can see what the scores are and little message about what they won. And so you should note that because this is slanted for the pirate to win, I did have to run this 5 times in order for me to win, and you may have to run it more. So pirates don't like to lose, so it is definitely to their advantage. Okay, so that is the game. And if you run into any problems, just let me know.